This week on Renee's Kitchen, join Renee as she makes another Voter's Choice recipe from her grandma's Boston Cooking School cookbook, stuffed onions. What will it look like? And will she be able to find anyone in her family to taste it? Find out in this episode of Renee's Kitchen.
Hi, and welcome to Renee's Kitchen. Today, we're going to make stuffed onions from my grandma's Boston Cooking School cookbook. So I have a couple of onions I'm going to cut up. I'm going to peel them. And we want them to be able to sit kind of like that. So I'm just going to cut a little tiny bit off the back to make them less wobbly. The next thing it says to do is to put these in a pan of boiling water for about 30 minutes, which seems kind of long to me, but we'll see. I've got the onions simmering in some boiling water, vermouth, pink peppercorn, and bay leaf. It just said water. I thought that sounded boring, so I spiced it up a little bit. While that's cooking, I'm going to brown a little bit of sausage to be our stuffing. This is half a pound of sausage. We're going to brown it. So the onions are simmering, the meat is browning, and I can just peek at it every once in a while. In the meantime, I'm going to shred some cheddar cheese. There we go. That looks like enough cheese and a little nibble for the cook. I'm gonna go check on the meat, see how we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and prep the breadcrumbs because everything is still cooking. I have 2 tablespoons of butter melted, and it just said topped with buttered crumbs. So it's my guess as to how much I want to use. I have a half a cup. I'll season it with a little salt and pepper. And I think I might run out to my garden, snip some herbs to liven it up a little bit. Okay, let's head out to the garden and see what we can find. I have a little bit of parsley, sorrel, dill, rosemary. I think I'm just going to do some parsley and a little bit of sorrel that tastes like lemon. Time to assemble. I have my buttered baking dish. I'm going to try to get these guys from the skillet. Ooh, they're wanting to come apart. There we go. So I have 4 onions, and I'm supposed to take some of the middle out so I can stuff it with sausage. After you scooped out the middle of the onion, it just says stuff with sausage, cheese, and top with buttered crumbs. So maybe a little cheese underneath and then some sausage and more cheese on top to help make it stick. I'll mix the sorrel and the parsley into the buttered crumbs, put a little more cheese on, and we'll be good to go. I'm skeptical about this, but it says to put a little bit of water in the bottom and cover it with foil. So I think that's gonna make the crumbs soggy, but we're following the recipe there. I'm gonna get a little bit of water in it, cover it with foil, and we'll be good to go. It says to bake in a moderate oven, which is 350 degrees, until soft, removing the cover the last 10 minutes. I don't think it's gonna take very long, maybe 15, 20. There's the oven timer. Let's go check the onions. All right, these are not looking browned enough, so I'm going to stick them over the broiler for just a minute or two. Look at that. That looks delicious. So here we go, stuffed onions. Let me serve one up and see if I can find somebody in my family who will actually taste this with me. So no one was very excited about trying these stuffed onions, but my faithful husband has offered to be the guinea pig. So it looks pretty good. Let's just talk about that for a second.
It does.
So here we go.
All right, why don't you show me how it's done?
I'm not sure.
Then I'll see, based on your reaction, if I'm going in for some.
I think that in
I'm so-
1950
They didn't know to roast an
or
onion?
1940, I think they cooked their vegetables a lot longer. I think if I cooked it as long as it said, it would be like mush and kind of falling apart. All right, so there we go. I've got the breadcrumbs, some onion, some sausage. Get a little taste of everything. The only thing I salted was the breadcrumbs. It may need salt.
Okay, there you go. Cheers. Tastes just like what you'd think it tastes like. It's quite good. Probably use maybe a touch of salt, but... So the onion didn't get sweet like I thought it might, because you boiled it and didn't roast it, right?
Right, I boiled it. This is surprisingly good.
Yeah, it's quite tasty.
You people from the 30s and 40s, you are surprising me again and again. I thought this was going to be the first dud, but it's really pretty good.
It's like total comfort food flavors. The onions and cheese and the sausage.
What
Wow.
what would you score it while I eat this bite?
All right. I mean, I would say make it again, so it has to make it at least an 8. So I'd say probably 8 out of 10. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd give it a 7 or an 8. It's really surprisingly good. I think boiling the onion made it not be so strong.
Didn't make it sweet like roasted, but didn't make it oniony because that boiling just took out the real
It
pungent.
just sounds weird to boil an onion and put some stuff in it, but yeah, I'd probably give it a 7, 7.5. So all of you brave people out there who like to try weird things, give this a try.
It's worth a try.
I'll see you next time on Renee's Kitchen, where you help me decide what to make.